Hey everyone, it's Red with RedDragonLeo.com. Hope everyone had a wonderful 4th of July and looking forward to next week. And hopefully we can find a short-term bottom to give some of you bulls a chance to make some money on the rebound up. However, as for the next few months, it's not looking good for the bulls. As you can see, we have a monthly chart up here, courtesy of the chart pattern guy. We're going to go over a bunch of different charts from different people. I'll probably end up doing two videos today, so just be patient. Okay, on this monthly chart, as you can clearly see, we are now two closes below the 200 moving average. That confirms that we are going down. You get two closes in a row below it, and the second one's below the first one. So there might be a bounce here intra a month. When we touch this, it's about the 990 area, somewhere in there, 990, almost 1,000, 995 maybe. Actually, well, it says it over here, 998. We might tag that and bounce intra for a week or something, but I think we're going to just go right on through it. As you can clearly see, we're headed down here on the monthly, and no signs of turning up. So ADX is gaining strength. This is going to be a multi-month thing, folks. This is I don't really expect us to bounce for at least several months, but not hard, not a hard bounce. We might get a few weeks or something like that. But okay, here we are in the weekly chart. As you can see, we put in a lower histogram tower bar there. We're still pointing down. This full stochastics has rolled back over and turning down again. So we did our bear flag pattern there, went 1-2 up weeks, and then we had a bearish engulfing, and then last week we fell again. There's just, honestly, I keep looking for this bounce to come up, but so far it's not showing any signs of a bounce. We keep expecting it because we're so used to it. So I don't know. Maybe if we hit this trend line here, close on that in a week's time, and bounce off of that, maybe we can bounce. But right now, it's looking like we're likely to have a, at least intra week. We should go down here and tag this at some point, at least. If we pierce through that, then we should get support right here at this level. Which is about 9, so it looked to be about 925 or something like that. But I think about the 990 area, 991, somewhere in there should be some decent support. If we fall through that and it falls in one big large candle, we literally could fall all the way down to this line, which is around 850. I don't foresee that happening, but you don't know. That could be intra-week, and then we could come back up. So it could possibly, we could be right at this point right here. It's hard to say, but you had that week down, they had that week down, and then we had one large sell-off. I don't think we're there yet, but I think we're ready to bounce, but I just don't know when it's going to be. So the problem is, again, here on the weekly basis, we're pointing down still. No sign of turning back up. We are headed down to below 30, which is severely bear territory. So while we should have a bounce, it's not here yet. So I feel like we should bounce next week and the following week, because we're going into OPEX. But so far, it's not looking good for the bulls. I mean, look at this ADX line here on the daily. We just started curling up in the last 4 or 5 days, and we're not overheated yet on this ADX line. You can see over here we were overheated, and so we needed to cool off and reset and go back and reset and go back down. That was during the period here that we rallied up. But we're not there yet. Yeah, this thing curled back down, but that doesn't mean anything. This could easily go on up for the whole next week if it wanted to. I don't know that it will. Maybe it'll roll over and have some type of divergence here, if you count that on the ADX line. But this thing is being, the positive is just being buried right now. It's not showing signs of coming up. We're down here on the RSI, same thing. The strength is really getting to the bears. So this thing could really just fall through the roof. Or fall through the floor. I keep thinking we're going to have a rally short term for a couple weeks, but right now, the way this thing is showing, it is not showing signs of a rally. But, maybe there's some hope for the bulls. I'm short, so, I hope that those of you that are long, hope you don't get killed in this. Back on the 60-minute chart, on Thursday I did a video and I thought that we would go up and tag this 1040. I actually based that off the 15-minute chart. Let's look at that real quick. The 15 right here is what I was thinking, was that we were here and that we would go up and actually roll back down and then swing back up into the close and hit this 1040. I thought it was going to be like an A, a B, a C, but I don't know. It looked awful weak, and that selling in the close was not good. And on the 15-minute chart, you can clearly see this thing is ready to fall back down again, meaning we could have a gap down on Tuesday. Not only is the full stochastic rolling over, but as well is the ADX line is down low. It has reset itself, and it can either, when it goes up, and I expect it to next week or early. Tuesday, I expect to start rolling up. It's going to take one of these lines with it. Is it going to be the negative or the positive? I don't know. Is there going to be a big rally and they're going to take it up? Right now, it's not supporting the rally as much as I would think that we should have a rally, but I just can't see it right now. The only thing here on the 60, well, we are overbought here. Ironically, we're overbought, and we could go up a little higher, as this thing wants to go up a little higher. But I don't know. It's still in bear territory here, down here below 50. May not have the strength to go up. It should. Yes, it should. And this is certainly overheated. So it needs to kind of go down here and reset. And the negative DI line is losing strength. So, we should have some type of rally. But let me tell you, that last candle was awful bearish and people selling. And Goldman was one of them, selling into the close. On Friday, so that's not really looking good. So the 60 is about the only one that looks like it might want to go up, only because this is falling and this is overheated and this was pointing up, but we're overbought here. It means it's got to force its way up when the 15 is wanting to go down. So you got the 15 wanting to go down. The 60's indecisive. It's could go up or down. It looks like it really wants to roll down. To be honest, it's just not curled over yet, but it's just way oversold. But the daily here is not showing any signs of rolling back up, unfortunately. So, I swear it looks like we could actually have a gap down on Tuesday. I know that everybody's expecting a rally, and I don't see it in the charts. We go over here to Cobra's chart right here. You can see that this is indecisive here on his McClellan oscillator. It is really indecisive. It's not at one extreme or the other. So, when we were down here at this low, it was way up here, and when we were closer to the top here, and these two tops, it was down low. But we're indecisive on this, so could go either way. One of the things here on Cobra's chart from one of his previous posts is this here. And this is the liquidity the feds are taking out. And that was of last Wednesday. Now you look down here in 2009 with the March low and all this area down in here. Look at the liquidity. None. They were just bottoming out. Same thing here. They're sucking liquidity out of it. No liquidity. That means no money to prop it up. That means who's buying? We could be looking pretty bad next week. So, okay, I think that covers it. And I'm gonna leave it to one video. Thanks a lot.